So last week I hit this PB of 35 kilo at a body mass of 68 kilo, and I did this at age 45. Now, those numbers put me at about 0.51 times body weight. Now, in this video, I'm going to go through two major changes that I made to my training program to allow this to happen. Now, I've always been pretty strong at chin-ups, even at a heavier body mass. In this footage, I'm around 72, 73 kilo. I've always trained the chin-ups twice per week, one heavier day on the week, and then the other one lighter, or I've done pull-ups on that second day. Now, this was one of the biggest mistakes that I made with the chin-up. I always trained it far too hard. Sets would be taken to failure or near failure. Sets would be super grindy, and to be honest, it absolutely brought my progress to a halt. Using this approach got me to 30 kilo. However, this weight would always feel super heavy and slow every time I got near it. For strength development, there's no need to take the lift to failure or near failure. In fact, if your goal is to improve 1 rep max performance, I think you would actually be better off by not training to failure. You would make far better progress. So this was the first big change that I made to my training program. I stopped training the chin up to failure or near failure. Now, stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to show you how I set up my intensity days on the chin up. The other key change that I made to my training program, I increased my frequency from lifting twice per week on the chin up to 3 times per week. Now, this just helped with skill development and getting better at the movement, and it got me more in sync with the chin up. By making these changes, it took my chin up to a 32.5 kg PB at the end of June at a lighter body mass of 68 kilo. With the lighter body weight, it meant it was only a half kilo PB, but it was showing that I was on the right path, as the weight felt super comfortable compared to my previous best of 30 kilo. In fact, this was even during a period of illness. I spent 3 weeks ill in May, and even with my training disrupted, this approach still took my numbers on late in June. My current setup looks like this. It follows a heavy, light, medium approach on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. Monday is my primary chin-up day. This is where I'll do a top set of 1 to 3 reps at the 80% plus 1 rep max range. After I've done that top set, I'll do some back off work in the 60 to 75% range. Now, this is just for extra skill development and to get better at the movement while keeping fatigue in check. Wednesday, I use some overcoming isometrics just as a lighter day. Now, you probably can't see it well on the footage just now, just because the plate's blocking the view, but I've got my foot hooked under a heavy barbell, and all I'm looking to do is pull as hard and as fast as possible to improve rate of force development. Now, I've got a whole playlist here. I'll leave an end screen to here on isometrics if you want to know more. This helps me to develop strength in specific areas of the lift, but one of the major benefits of using isometrics is there's a lower energy cost compared to traditional strength training. So by doing this, it doesn't overly tax me, it doesn't create a lot of fatigue, and then from a training standpoint later in the week, it just sets me up better. Friday is a 2-second pause. The pause just helps to take weight off of the belt and obviously make it a lighter session. Now, the RPs are also lower. They're at about 6 or 7, so you've got 3 or 4 reps left in reserve. Now, again, this is just done for extra skill practice, to keep fatigue in check, and then also to develop high velocity force production. So this basic setup led to the 35 kilo PB. To be honest, I felt like I had another 2.5 kilo in the tank there, which is super exciting heading into the next block of training. So to summarize this video, the first change that I made to my training program was I stopped training the chin up to failure, which made a huge difference to my progress. My joints felt less beat up, and my progress block to block was improving due to less fatigue accumulating. The second change that I made to my training program was I increased the frequency of the lift from 2 to 3 times per week. This allowed me more practice and skill development within the week. It allowed me to work on specific areas of the lift, and overall it just got me more in groove with the movement. Now, if you'd like help to accomplish any of your physical goals, whether that's improved strength, jump height, speed, conditioning, or whether you'd like to drop some body fat, I offer some online coaching to individuals to help them achieve any fitness goal. Check out the top link in the description below. If you have any questions on today's video, fire me a comment below. If you'd like to see that playlist on isometrics, then click here. If you're looking for a simple 2 or 3 day training split to get you started, then check out this video here. Thanks for watching.